So let's talk about the Netanyahu legacy and the truth that most people either don't know or refuse to confront. You can't scream never again while doing it all over again. To Palestinians, to Black Jews, to refugees. And no, this isn't about anti-Semitism. This is about power, hypocrisy, and history that refuses to die quietly. Benjamin Netanyahu wasn't some quiet academic. He was a far-right Zionist historian who helped shape the ideology of the Israeli right. He believed that peace with Arabs was impossible, that Jews would always be hunted, and that Israeli survival depended on permanent strength and expansion. He was part of the revisionist Zionist camp, the same one that opposed compromise, coexistence, and anything resembling a two-state solution. And that's the worldview that Benjamin inherited. Fear the outsider, never give an inch. Crush your enemy before they breathe. It's not just policy, it's family doctrine for him. Now let's address the receipts, because I've seen a lot of conspiracy theories and some half-truths thrown around, so I just want to clear that up. Benjamin Netanyahu didn't sign the Havara Agreement. He wasn't involved. But here's a hard truth. In 1933, mainstream Zionist leaders, they did sign an agreement with the Nazis, the Havara Agreement, which, if you don't know, allowed German Jews to immigrate to Palestine by purchasing German goods. The Nazis got export revenue, and the Jews got a narrow path out. It's messy, it's morally uncomfortable, and revisionist Zionists like Benzion opposed it. But when you dig deeper, the contradiction is still there. The roots of the Israeli state are tangled with survival strategies that worked right alongside fascism. And now that state is using its survival as a reason to brutalize others. You don't have to be complicit in Havara to repeat the violence of an empire. Under Netanyahu, Gaza has become an open-air prison, a place where 2 million people, half of them children, lived under siege, without access to clean water, medicine, or electricity. They call it defense, but let's be honest, it's punishment. Entire families are buried in rubble. Journalists have been unalived. Aid has been blocked. And it's all done under the language of survival, as if flattening Gaza is the only way to protect Tel Aviv, as if Palestinians aren't human until the rockets stop. That's not self-defense, that's war crime with good PR. And while we're on the topic of who gets counted and who gets erased, let's talk about Ethiopian Jews, brought to Israel through rescue operations in the 80s and 90s, and then forced birth control injections, blood donations thrown out as tainted, police brutality and protest met with silence, their children shoved into underfunded schools and poverty cycles. So tell me again how Israel's a safe haven for Jews, because clearly only certain Jews qualify. Netanyahu cries about history while repeating it. He inherited a legacy built on fear, built a state on control, and is now overseeing ethnic cleansing in Gaza and anti-Blackness in Israel. Two things can be true at once. Jews have suffered unspeakable violence, and that history is being used to justify new violence, funded by the same Western empires that watched the old one happen. If your freedom depends on someone else's extinction, it's not liberation, it's colonialism with better branding. Be better.